And the lie detector says that was a motherfucker.
Hello, loungies. Today we are getting into more messy TEA. I have my #1 fake hater badge of honor on. Let's go.
Warning, warning. The content that we are about to go over is triggering. Very sensitive and triggering. Okay? So please proceed at your own risk. We are about to talk about the Epstein files, about Trump and name dropping, a whole bunch of sensitive topics to talk about here. Okay? So please do not continue if you get triggered really easily. Okay? But this is going to be about underage girls, these PDFs, and a whole bunch of other things. Okay? So please continue with caution. So we got our President Trump. Yes, he is also inserted in this, okay, along with Mr. Jeffrey. All right, so we're going to get into some of these documents that have been all over the internet, okay? Everybody is talking about it, so here we are talking about it.
That the Epstein files, it continues. It's even worse. I just spent hours listening to another testimony. And when the testimony came out just in the last few days, that's when they pump up the Minnesota. Pump up the Minnesota, beat a few more people up, kill a few more people. Get everybody to look over there. Don't look. And again, I'm not talking about just trafficking. I'm talking about outrageous snuff films, murdering young, I would say children, youth. They're supposed to be graveyards filled with missing kids, and no one knew who they were. I know I sound like a crazy person, I know, but it's not. There is a testimony, Sasha Riley. I ask people to go and investigate and listen to it yourself.
Epstein files claiming Trump auctioned off young girls at Mar-a-Lago party reportedly deleted by DOJ. Yes, y'all heard that right. It says Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them off. He measured their children's rover, if y'all know what that means. Disgusting. Allegedly. Yes, allegedly. What did I say? I said allegedly. Okay, it said Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago. Calling the girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in. All right. Measured the children's vulva and the vajayjays by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. The guests were elder men and included Elon Musk, Don Jr. Trump, Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump were there. Attorney Allen, whoever, was also there with attorney Bob Shapiro. We were taken in rooms, forced to give to Donald Trump, forced to allow them to blank us. I was 13 years old when Donald J. Trump violated me, okay? Griseline Maxwell, if I'm saying it correctly, was also present. Okay, so child name dropping is crazy. Also, a search on the DOJ website showing the file was deleted. Okay, and I seen everybody was also posting it up this link website. Okay, also, okay, according to the officials, the release includes millions of records along with thousands of videos and images, many of which are heavily redacted to protect victim identities in ongoing investigations. Some documents reportedly include unverified complaints and allegations involving high-profile figures, including U.S. President Donald Trump and others. However, officials say many of these claims are tips or complaints submitted to investigators and are not confirmed evidence of criminal activity. Reports indicate that some online document links have produced errors or become unavailable, including ones that accuse Trump of hosting parties in Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. It was claimed that Epstein would bring in children and Trump would auction them off and allegedly essay them. Officials have not publicly confirmed technical issues or removals tied to. So people were saying, I believe it. That explains why Nikki loves him. My heart goes out to the survivors. Sigh. They still do this day play in our face, bruh. Cause I just know for a fact, had this been Obama, man, let me stop. A person with these type of allegations should never be president, and I agree. You will have to answer to God. Mind you, this is our president. Can't believe this our president. America, this is your president. Laugh out loud. You actually elected a PDF. Impeachment is not enough. This needs to be routed out and tried by international unbiased courts. So some people was thinking that he might just, be looked over because I guess he's the president or whatever. I don't know. What are y'all thinking? Impeach Trump button. Once again, could you imagine if Obama had these kind of allegations during his presidency? This is a national emergency for show. Now I see why Nikki supports. If there were allegations against Obama, he would be impeached and in jail, but y'all not ready for that discussion. I agree.
Mr. President, what did you think of the latest release of Epstein files, and do you think your critics will be satisfied with?
Well, they should be, because it looked like this guy Wolf, who's a writer, was conspiring with Epstein to do harm to me. And I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping, the radical left. That Wolf, who's a third-rate writer, was conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to hurt me, politically or otherwise. And that came through loud and clear. So we'll probably sue Wolf on that.
Stop playing with me.
Ooh, Jay-Z and Pusha T named in the Epstein files. Posted on the DOJ website. Alleged victim claims she was abducted and woke up in a room with Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z, while Pusha T is listed as an alleged handler. Wow. Okay, so this one says 2019 details. On July 10th, 2019 at 8:20 a.m. Eastern Time, says called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of SA by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Blank provided the following information. In approximately 1994, revealed herself to Blank as a past victim of SA by Epstein. Described the abuse occurred during parties. Blank further identified Blank as a friend of Blank. In approximately 1996, Blank resided with Blank and Blank. An unknown man abducted Blank from her home. Winston later woke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into Blank. Blank believed she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. Blank estimated she was abducted on 7 occasions, awakened each time in an opulent indoor setting. Blank suffered from SA on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated. She recalled Leon Black and William Barr, current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the occasions of abuse. In approximately 2006, Blank last recalled being, violated by Epstein, so it goes on. Okay, so it says unclassified. Okay, so each occasion it says Blank believes she was drugged, clouding her memory. Blank attributed the drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers, whom she described as persons who established friendships with the victims. Among her handlers, Blank identified the artist Pusha T. In approximately 2007, Blank attended a party. Blank following invitations from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down the street. Weinstein and Pusha T also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in SA. Blank claimed to have additional information of other persons involved in the enterprise and information related to racketeering conducted in the support of the trafficking. Blank further believed she was under surveillance and stalked at the direction of the people involved in the SA. Blank confirmed that she was not diagnosed with any mental illness. Blank refused to provide her physical address, advising that she maintained no permanent address. Rather, she moved between staying at different hotels. I want to give them my address or nothing either, because clearly everything getting leaked and people can find your information. Oh, hell to the no. Also, 50 Cent enters the chat and says, damn, they got your man Jay in the Epstein files. I gotta do a doc on this shit. Because y'all already know he did a documentary on Mr. Diddy baby oil. Alright, so, I don't know. Let's get into the rest. Okay, so this is a lot and very triggering, okay? This should end any presidency. Please copy and share. So, complaint summary. So, these are some of the complaints from the victims. Alright, so it says, the person reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform oral on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she was approximately 13 or 14 years old when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing oral. The friend was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend said she was also abused by Epstein. Okay, so those names that victim gave was Donald and Jeffrey. Blank reported she has a friend, Blank, who was a personal assistant to Epstein in Florida from 1986 until 1991 or 1992. This friend shared names of some of the guests of Epstein parties to include Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Okay? Yes, it said Jeffrey Epstein's wife, Donald Trump, and Bill Clinton. Okay? At age 16, while modeling, Caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, Caller reported she was SA'd by Epstein. On another occasion, 2 twin brothers, Alan and Orrin, lured Caller and her friend upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Caller stated Orrin violated her best friend and a third brother, Tao, raped a 14-year-old girl named Blank. Caller named other individuals involved in big orgy parties with her and other young girls and older Victoria's Secret models, including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Ooh, child. Online complaint reported she was a victim and witness to a ex-trafficking ring at the Trump golf course in Rancho Palos Verdes, California between 1995 to 1996. The complaint reported that Ghislaine Maxwell as the madam and broker for SEX parties, clients of whom included Epstein, Robin Leach, and Donald Trump. The complaint, the person that complained reported that participating in orgies and that some girls went missing, rumored to have been unalived and buried at the facility. Ooh. So if y'all think if they dig up wherever they was alleged over there that they could find some remains, maybe? I don't know. Some might say it's too old, but Complaint reported being threatened by Trump's then head of security that if she ever talked of what went on there and who she saw, that he would end up as fertilizer for the back 9 holes like the other cunts. Ooh. Complaint claims to have video of high-profile SEX parties, dealings with cartels, and having witnessed Robin Leach strangle a young girl to death at a party. Child. Not only are they PDFs, they're also murderers. Damn, all the weirdos need to be things. So if this is true, this is crazy. Can y'all imagine how many other people that have higher powers and stuff are getting away with things like this? If this is true, child. So this is a whole thing that I'm not reading, but it said Epstein files show that Bill Gates asked Epstein for antibiotics to give his wife, Melinda, because he contracted an STD from Russian girls. Child, a hot ass mess. But listen, like I said, everything is allegedly. But if these things are true, and if these guys are the monsters that are putting out there, yeah, they need to go under the jail. They need everything goddamn done to them, and that's just how I feel. Okay, I don't know how this is going to go. A lot of people with power and money and things like that can get away with a lot of things. We've been seeing it throughout the years. So I guess we're gonna have to see if Donald Trump is still gonna be president after this. I feel like since he is mentioned and all these things is out, if it was any regular other person, they would have either got investigated, they would not be president. That shit would have been done, okay? There has to have been an investigation. Why would the president be the president while they're under investigations or while these things is out that cannot be, like, they got to do the investigation shit. You got what I'm saying? So this is going to be a while. They've been talking about this for a while. And a lot of people are saying that a lot of the things that's happening right now are distractions because people are not really gonna look too much into the Epstein files. They're gonna be like, oh, he whatever. But that's not how it really should be. You get what I'm saying? If stupid ass shit can go viral and people could talk about it and bring awareness to it, why not this? So let me know how y'all feel about it down in the comments below. I feel sorry for anybody that had to endure that, okay? A lot of them were little ass kids. And where were the parents? Like, they allowed these young kids to be around these grown-ass men for what was the reason? I just don't understand. Like, it's too much weirdness going out here in these streets, child. But anyways, everything is allegedly. This is just how I feel. These are the things that's public online. So if you would like to do your own research, please do so. But anyways, please make sure to like this video and run it up. And I'll see ya in the next one. Until then, toodaloos, but bye.
Lately I've been in my bag, but told me don't take my foot off the gas. They give you an inch, gonna take you a mile. I'ma shoot by myself like a technical foul. City to city.